Hi everybody, it's Debbie. Are you warm? I am trying to stay warm here. The temperatures are dropping, the snow is falling. We're in the path of all of that. Well, probably most of you are. If you're in the United States, you're in that snow, sleet, ice storm that is coming over the next couple days. And I am recording this on Saturday. You're going to see it on Sunday, hopefully. So what am I going to do today? I'm going to bring you a little bit of kitchen Valentine's decor, keeping with my same colors that I started, that calming jadeite, milky green, along with some blush pink. I'm also going to give you a quick link to a recipe, but I'm making it. So you're going to see the finished product, a crock pot recipe of Tuscan chicken that we will be enjoying tonight. And then in case you're snowed in, I am going to give you a couple of suggestions of two really good books that I read while we were on vacation. And I made you read 2 books in the course of 3 days. One of them I got done in 1 day. I'm just telling you, they were really good. And when we get to it, I'll tell you, I know you can't go out and buy a book right now, but I'm going to tell you how you can get a book as long as you got electricity. Okay, let's start decorating. Okay, I'm going to start here. We're going to do this whole little area. I've left, do you guys leave your, if you're a cast iron person, do you leave it out? Ours is out all the time. I'm just going to leave it today. Also, my paper towels move a lot, but anyway, that is, I want to say it's mud pie, but I don't really know if it is. Got that glass knob on top. Love that one. Marble on the bottom. And I can't find this anymore. It's a very heavy duty cookbook holder. And this is my Southern Entertainer's Cookbook. I use this so much. Right now I have it open to coconut. I'm going to leave it because I like how it goes with what I'm doing. I was just looking for those colors that I was talking about and found this. This is melamine. I know that I got it at Hobby Lobby last year, and this is old. It's got some cute trim on it, and it is a really pretty pale pink. So I might be able to link this. I don't know. They may be bringing it back this year, but I definitely can find some really pretty dusty pink plates. We're going to see them show up again in another spot in the kitchen. But when I put this together, I was thinking of doing it up on my display cabinets, and then that just didn't look like, it didn't have the impact I wanted, and I decided I would like to just add plates here for the color and the height. I also picked up, so none of that's new, but this is. I picked these up, Walmart. There's 3 of them in a package, and it is the Pioneer Woman. So the other one's even smaller, and you'll see it coming up, but I just thought they were so cute. Not seeing them in person because I ordered them online. I thought they might be a whole lot bigger, but I'm not going to cut on them. I just think they're really pretty. And I've had these for years. I have some in pink. I love it's. I don't know. It reminds me of a vintage jar that you might have gotten jam or something in, and it's just so pretty. It picks up the roses in that picture. And for a touch of Valentine, they were from either TJ Maxx or Home Goods. Moving over here, I've got a marble Lazy Susan, and I am gonna just pop my utensils on it now. I haven't used these pink ones since the first year we moved in. The first year I moved in here, which was about 3 years ago, I did a pink pink kitchen, and I haven't pulled these out, even though I use pink a lot. Haven't pulled them out in a while, and I was looking at the balance between, you know, that side and this side, and the bamboo, or they're not bamboo, I can't remember what they're really made of. Acacia wood maybe. Anyway, the ones that I usually have, it just was too dark. And so I thought, well, let's try the pink, and it really, really worked. Functionality is the grease catcher, and this one is a pretty one. And I'm not even gonna light this. I don't know if I ever have. Nope, never have. I just thought, I love a candle that is so pretty in the jar. And then with this lid, these were really popular about 2 or 3 years ago. And I have quite a few with some kind of decorative pop of color on it. Now, when I got done with this, I had a problem because there was no green showing. And again, it wasn't balanced. I didn't have a lot of room, but I remembered I had this cute little teacup that has pink and green on it. And when I added this here, it was all that it needed. All right, I'm going to start with this spoon rest. It's just got the palest of white hearts on it. I have a lot of salt and pepper shakers, and I had the wood ones here, and again, it was too much distraction. So I added the marble, and that's it. Now, I am so excited to share this. This is the prettiest tea kettle I've had in a very long time. I love it. The color is so beautiful, and of course, this is the color that I'm using in this part of my house right now. Believe it or not, this is Walmart Pioneer Woman, and I paid $29 for it. It's so pretty. So let's back up and look at this whole little vignette together. Now we're going to go up and we're going to work on the hood. So I added this very small little wreath, and you'll see it again repeated in the kitchen. And then for my plate rack, I've got these Pottery Barn pink and white gold trim plates. And I put 3 of them up here. I'm going to separate them just a little bit more. There we go. Now I'll have to back up. There you get the full effect. I think it gives a lot of balance with the pink and the green. We're going to start with this beautiful pink tray. And I really didn't have a complete riser. I have so much crystal, and I notice I'm going to show a lot, but I'm going to use that to hold a picture. And then this is one of those little wreaths you can get usually at Hobby Lobby or Michael's. This one has some pink and cream hearts on it. This picture, this picture I've had for years. It looks like it says it's from Target of all places. So, but it's so old. The color is exactly the color I'm using, so I love it. And I don't know where I picked these up last year. They came bundled like that. I'm just gonna plop that in there. Or a big splash of pink. A marble heart with silver. So here's a little nesting set of bowls. in the pale pink with the white hearts. Just, I mean, it matches my spoon rest over there. And I use it for cooking when you're prepping. You know, cut up this, cut up that. And that's, I just love having that right here where I'm cooking. I'm going to be using a lot more of my crystal this year. I fell in love with it over Christmas, and I mean, I've always loved it, but a lot of times I got it stored away because it's so special and precious, and it's like, I want to use these things, and there's nothing prettier. I mean, look at that. And it takes up zero visual space here, and yet it really just, I don't know, it sets off this little spot suddenly. And my candle just has, I don't know, it just has much more of an impact on that crystal than it would just a plain, I would have probably picked a white wooden candlestick. Here we go. Ooh. Then to finish off this vignette, I am going to just pop in, I've got so many beautiful towels for Valentine's Day, but this is the one that I had out most recently. So I'm going to just pop that in there. So here's the smaller of the 3 little cutting boards that I got at Walmart. I'm going to add one of my Michael Design soaps, and I'm going to add to that this cute little bowl. Take your rings off, jewelry, bracelets, whatever, if you're getting ready to cook. So that will finish this island. And I try to make it look nice from both sides, which I think I accomplished. I think I'll start over here. I don't often do plates at this spot, but I'm telling you, when I found the combination of the green and pink that I used over at the stove, I just couldn't resist. And I'd already done my table in here, so I didn't want to reset it. I was unable to find any placemats. Not sure where everything is. You know, things get mixed up between spring, Easter, Valentine's. It gets a little mixed up, but I decided to use these plastic, kind of distressed chargers, and they will serve as a really nice buffer between a ceramic back plate, and that won't scratch my counter. Very just dainty white napkins, and then the plate over the top. And I'm going to repeat that on these. Again, I wanted a little bouquet here, and this crystal vase is just the right size to have something short. I found, I feel like I bought these at the dollar store. So there's actually 2 colors in here. There's a paler pink and then a brighter hot pink or coral. Okay, this is something else I had seen. Not sure where I had seen it, probably when I was shopping online. And I couldn't find it. I knew it was by Martha Stewart. Well, I found it again. And of course, it is that same, I think they call it jadeite, but that very milky green color. I expected it to be bigger, I have to be honest, but it's still a really cute riser. And I got it on Amazon. What to put in it, I decided to repeat. This is the same candle that I have on my table. And I love the color, so go ahead and light that. And because three things together look better than two, and I want some Valentine in here, I am actually going to just add that cute little touch there. And I've accomplished a corner of decor, covering up my outlet. And while I'm gonna work over here in a second, I'll have left this open for either prep work or serving. While editing, I found that I lost the end of my video. So here we are on the other side of this island, and you know, I've just got a lot of beautiful cups for every season, and usually I end up not displaying them all. And I thought, you know what, you are going to see my coffee station area in another video in the kitchen, but these are so pretty and precious. And right now even, I am having ice water in a coffee cup. So I just thought this would be a great idea. And I found 6 of them, which is what I need for that particular one. I also like the height. And then you're going to see this repeated in another video as well in the kitchen, and that is this print on this plate or this bowl. So we had the kids for the whole week, and I had a lot of fresh fruit. Decided to get that up on a little pedestal, which is looks like a cake stand. It actually is something that reverses and becomes a chip and dip as well. But that is the extent of the island there. I think it looks pretty good. It's just not, I'm not in love with the color of the fruit. It wouldn't have been my first choice, but since I have it, I want to make sure that we get it out and eat it. So let's just quickly recap the whole room. All right, it's a couple hours later. My goodness, that chicken is very aromatic. It smells so good in here. It's got a couple more hours to go before it's done. And I wanted to share about the books. So we have 2 books I'm recommending. How are you going to get them when you can't get out to the store? Well, You can get a Kindle account without even owning a Kindle. I don't know if you knew that. And so I'm going to put a link below for, I think I can do the link for the Kindle. I'm pretty sure I can. And you can read it on your laptop, your phone, your iPad. I don't think there's anything else, but you can do that without having that book in hand. Well, of course, if you have a Kindle as well. So I am just going to put a link below so that if you're interested in that, I highly recommend the Kindle Unlimited because you get a lot of free books that way. You also get to have a library where you borrow them and then you give them back. Again, it's free. Also, you could do the same thing with these that I'm speaking of with audiobooks, if that's something you'd like. So the first book I read was Welcome to the Family. It was a very different plot. I have to say, I've never read a book like that. I like finding something fresh. Secondly, character development. You know, it was interesting, very interesting, kept me going. I think there were a couple twists, actually maybe more than two, that caught me off guard, and I love when that happens. I was very satisfied when I ended the book. I thought it was a great read. The second book was even better for me, and I feel like I read it and I'm like, I told my husband and my daughter, because I gave them both to her as soon as I got home from the trip, I said, it reminds me of what you would, you know, when you watch Lifetime movies, they always have the neighbor, the this, the assistant, and you know what it's going to be. Well, this was called The Surrogate. I think that's all it is, but I'll put a picture of it in here. And so I kind of figured, you know, yeah, we're going to figure out how this goes. Well, wow, 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 wow. This one took twists and turns I did not expect. I read all of it in one day. I could not put it down. I just found this to be a really, really good book. Now, these two books I'm telling you about, they are wholesome. So you're not going to get foul language in there, and you're not going to get sex scenes because that's not stuff I like to read about. So, but they are thrillers. So I highly encourage you, if you're looking for a good novel, check these two. So if you decide to buy them, you read them, give me feedback and let me know what you thought of the two books. And since yesterday, it's been piling on. Wow. They say it's 18 inches. I don't think we've had quite that much, maybe just 12. Let me know how you guys are doing wherever you're at. Well, thank you for joining me today. Let me know if you make the Tuscan chicken or if you bought the books. I love to hear the feedback. And if I can, I'm going to do the best I can to link what I can below. Definitely the new things I'll be able to link for you. Other things, I'll try and find something similar if you're interested in this color story or any of the items. I hope if you're in the storm that you're staying safe and warm and have everything that you need until you're able to get out again. And I will see you next time at Your Home, Your Happy Place. You guys take care, be safe, and God bless.